Hello again. So, been 3 weeks since the last video. Here we are in the extension. I think last time I can't even remember. I think we put the roof on, so I shoot outside. We got the roof on, but the inside hadn't been done at all. So we have stud walls everywhere. There's only one wall that hasn't been put in, and that's this divider between these two rooms. Originally, we left half walls in, but decided it's easier just to tear it all down and completely start again. So that's what I've done in here. So this is child number one's room, all gutted out. If I stand back here, it's a bit easier to see. So new stud wall in, and then we get a side door through to what will be what we call the studio or a spare room, and then the main door to this room's here. But because my son wants to have his drum kit and his PC all hooked up in a room together, I've given him an access door from his bedroom through into there. All the solar stuff has been boxed in, and I'm going to put a shutter on the front there. All of the plumbing and everything has been taken care of, completely taken over with new pipes down, and there's about 5 leaks in total. The worst one was this on the back here. One of these, the internal union, I'll go around into the bathroom to show you. So this is the main bathroom, and the toilet and sink unit will be on the left there with a wall cupboard, and then the shower will be on the right with just a curtain across. But in here, this is an Aqualisa, which are really good showers. However, the fixings when you're actually installing them can be a pain in the bum. And inside is a staggered 22 to 15 mil union, and when you go to tighten it up, it actually rotates if you haven't got like a really strong fixing on the other side. So because we're in a fresh stud wall, there's no strong fixing on the other side, it's all compression. And yeah, hell at all, about 5 attempts to get that on there without any leaks. So, but there we go, it's all done now. I got this far with the tiling just because I don't want to tile to the ceiling without the ceiling in. I now have the OSB, the water resistant OSB to put above here, not OSB, plaster to put above here, but I have not fully wired in this extractor yet. There's 2 extractors, there's an extractor next door as well, and then they feed into the same pipe, and I actually need to reroute this one now. I've realised I was gonna put 2 into one, and I've put non-return valves inside here, flappy one ways, so they don't feed into each other and they both blow in the same direction out, and then it's going to have a single outlet. However, I want it to line up with the downstairs toilet, and it's not going to do that now, so I need to change this piping to go the other way. So top of the stairs, the big storage cupboard. Again, I'm going to put a track shutter on the front of that to cover it all up. We've got our safe in there, gun cabinet, and the electrics for that shower in the ensuite be there as well. The safety cut-off switch will be out there in there. Into the main bedroom, master bedroom, which will have 2 king-size beds in. I've just wired in, just first fixed the lighting in here. I just need to actually bring the supply across now, and I've just got the timber to build this wall, so after this video I'm going to build this wall. Building inspector wants to see the stud work before I finish plasterboarding it, so I need to leave one side exposed until he's come and had a look, which I think will be tomorrow. Well, I've asked for it tomorrow, but I haven't had confirmation yet. This is the ensuite, so toilet sink up one end that completely fills the gap, and then at the other end the shower that completely fills the gap as well. That is the shower, the glass door that will fit in there. Got the extractor in the light built in, ready to go. It's a 2-head shower system, so there'll be one on the wall, and then there'll be like a rainfall shower that comes out over the top. And because it's a 2-way thing, you have to have a crossover valve behind, which is all accessible from the gun cabinet. If you pull the gun cabinet out, you can get to all of that. So we've made it so in the future, if anything goes wrong, we can get in there without having to tear all these walls down. The controller itself will be on this side, so when you come in the shower, you can touch the controls and not get wet. You can get the shower ready and prepped and then get in. The shower rail the towel rail will be there, and that's wired in, ready to go. It's just an electric one. So yeah, this is all wired in. However, I've got the isolator switch to go on there. I've got 2 lights to go in there. The lights will be on one switch, and then the extractor and light will be on a separate switch. So if someone goes to the toilet at night, they're not going to set the fan off, the extractor fan off. And then we've got the radiator on a fused spur as well, with a light on it to let us know when the radiator's turned on, the towel rail, I mean. This is the control unit cable. Just goes through the hole and goes on the control, and that's been taken over the top. So yeah, it's been 3 weeks. I've been very busy. The plumbing, if you can remember last time, the plumbing was all sticking out of the floor here. There was no floor here at all because there was so much in the way. So that's all been dealt with now. That took a full week to sort out just the plumbing. I will go downstairs. I'll probably do a cut and show you. This is the radiator. We've gone for this bare exposed, lacquered, but exposed, so you can see all the weld joints and everything, which I think is really cool. It's like a nice industrial finish, but lacquered over the top. We love them, so we're going to try and get as many of them as possible. So there'll be one of those in the studio and one of those on our bedroom wall here. There's so much insulation in here. I already, with no heating on, there's no heating on the house. The upstairs is so hot compared to downstairs. It just keeps all the heating. Like downstairs, it's October. It's like the 1st of October today, or is it tomorrow, the last day of September today? The nights are getting a little bit chilly, and you can really feel it downstairs how cold it is compared to upstairs. Let's do a cut and I'll see. So here we are. The floor is not in yet. However, it now can be put in because I have put in all new pipework down the side here. I've put cut-offs for, this is like the underground heating where it all comes in. It was too short and it was bowed up the wall, so I had to put all these in so that can be brought down low so that the concrete can be poured over the top of it. I put a bleed point there on the return for the heating system, so if we need to drain the heating system off, there's now a nice easy place to do that. Just throw a hose on. We've got a hard water, this is a hard water area, so we've got the lime remover brought up across, and it goes through there. That's underneath where that solar point was. That cuts in there and then came across and cut it in here as well. And then that's the radiator in the studio. I've got the power supply in because this will be the utility room, so washing machine, tumble dryer will be in here, and a water supply down for those, which is just dangling at the moment and cut off. We've got the radiators that will go into the annex next door. One set's already gone through the wall up there and goes down the corridor. The other set is left here because I've got to go through this wall, but this is a cavity wall, so I'm going to try and get into the cavity and bring the pipe through without, doing any unions. Hopefully I'll be able to do that. I'll just be able to slide out the insulation when I take this cover off and get in there and do that. That'll be next week probably. All the data cables for networks, all the different rooms are going to be linked together. In there is the downstairs toilet, and I brought down that vent cap, the one-way valve, for the breather to allow the water to flush down the toilet without creating a suction. Came across here, put a couple of spares in. I was going to go somewhere else with those and then change my mind, so I just put some plugs in and left them. Then we've got the shower. Sorry, not the shower, the basin, the toilet and basin in the main bathroom, the shower waste from the ensuite, and then these all go down, brings off the soil pipe comes down, picks up the other soil pipe, and then comes into the corner straight down out into our main sewer system. The bath drain off is there coming down. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, so used a flexi hose just to do a bit of a U-turn. I've tested it heavily. It doesn't back up or anything like that. The water doesn't sit in it, but at least we can get easy access to it because there's a nice big hole there. If something goes wrong in the future under the bath, take the bath side panel off, you can get in there, no problem at all. And then the final two for the basin in the ensuite. So that's all the plumbing. Took a solid week to do all that. Wasn't easy. Was not easy at all. Very tight space to work in. I had to put that union in because you can't get enough length in between the easy joists. If I had realised earlier and been smart, I could have slid the length in here, but you can't think that far ahead. The electricity for this room will be brought through from what is the old office, Laura's office, come through, and then that'll be my office in here. So I'll just take off that ring main, pass it through this room, go back out again and back onto the ring main. So, and those cables actually do run along there and tuck in. So I've just got to tidy all that up later. But this isn't the priority at all. This will be my office. Hey, Bailey. This will be my office, but it's not the priority. This will remain a tool shed and dumping ground. We've got that downstairs bathroom window to block up still. And once that's blocked up, it needs to have a separate extractor fan. You know, otherwise it's going to stink in there. So you don't need it for water condensation, but you want to get the smell out. So at least have an extractor fan in. That'll come out through the top here and come across and out the wall. And then I want to try and line that up with the bathroom upstairs. So that's it. I mean, it's been 3 weeks. I'm maybe a week behind where I wanted to be, but I don't know. I'm still making good time, I think. So, you know, considering upstairs is just missing a few sheets of plasterboard, and it's practically done up there apart from the ceiling. So most of the electrics are all done. What are you up to, boy? Having a good sniff. Well, I'll leave you on that note, and we'll see you next time.